If you're wondering why Alex has posted yet another video on another day that she doesn't normally post a video, it's because I realised that this video probably needed to go up before midnight on July the 18th, because this is my TBR for the BookTube-A-Thon read-along, which starts on midnight on July the 18th. So I thought it would, if I put this up fairly early on Sunday, it would give you guys a little bit of time to cobble together your own TBRs if you somehow don't know what BookTube-A-Thon is. If you are active in the BookTube community on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anything at all, you probably do know what it is, but just in case you don't, it is being set up by a awesome popular booktuber, Ariel Bissett, and she has created a new YouTube channel dedicated purely to this BookTube-A-Thon, which I think is awesome. I will leave her video down below on everything you need to know about BookTube-A-Thon, all of the challenges that are going on throughout the week, both reading challenges and booktube challenges. So if you guys wanted to make your own booktube videos, there are competitions going on for that as well. You can also take part through Bookstagram. There's Bookstagram competitions and loads of things going on should you guys want to get involved. So the overriding challenge of BookTube-A-Thon is to read 7 books in 7 days, which is obviously quite a big feat. So there are lots of other little mini challenges going on. You don't have to read the 7 books. You can choose to participate in 1 or 2 of the little challenges and you'd still be participating in the BookTube-A-Thon. For this TBR, I have put together 7 books that I am going to try to read. Fully do not expect to read all of them, but I think it's good to set yourself high goals. So the first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover, and I am going to be reading Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. This is a new addition to my collection. Obviously a spoiler for my July book haul. I haven't hauled it, I haven't mentioned it at all, but I've heard really good things about it. This is the new, well, fairly new-ish paperback, and it's this lovely yellow colour. This is going to be my first Sophie Kinsella book as well, and I've heard really good things about her. This is about a girl with anxiety, I think, so it should be really relatable to me, and I'm hoping I really enjoy it. It's pretty short, and I'm hoping it's going to be quick to get through. Obviously, the length of these books did factor into my decision to put them into this TBR, because if you're trying to get through 7 books in a week, they need to be pretty quick reads to get through. So, yeah. The next challenge is to read a book only after sunset, and this is going to be pretty difficult for me because I do tend to fall asleep quite early, which is going to be really annoying, but I'm going to try my hardest. I mean, I do wake up always at least once, often more than once in the night, but to stay awake for all of those hours is quite tricky for me because I'm permanently a little bit tired anyway. But I am going to try to read Crank by Ellen Hopkins in one night. It's a pretty big book, as you can see, but I think it might be quick to get through because it's written in verse. So I don't think it's going to take me that long to fly through, especially if I'm enjoying it, which I think I will. It's going to be my first Ellen Hopkins book as well. So this is like a readathon for me, discovering new authors that I own but haven't read. So I'm going to try my hardest to read this in a night. I may well be on Twitter during that night wanting support and inspiration to carry on. So yeah, look out for that. The next challenge is to read a book you only discovered because of BookTube, and this isn't really the best candidate for that challenge, but I really want to read this book, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. The reason I'm doing it for this challenge is because I did hear about it on YouTube and a lot of booktubers absolutely love it, but I do also have real life friends who love this book as well, so I think I probably would have read it if I didn't know what BookTube was, but as I said, I just really want to read it, so any excuse to put it into a BookTube-A-Thon I was going to take, so yeah. The next challenge is to read a book by one of your favourite authors, and for this I have gone for Different Seasons by Stephen King. I'm also going to use this book for another challenge in the BookTube-A-Thon, and that is to read and watch a book to movie adaptation. This collection of novellas features both the novellas of Stand By Me and The Shawshank Redemption. So I am going to read all 4 of the novellas in here, but I'm going to watch The Shawshank Redemption as well. So the novella for it is called Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption, and it's about if you guys somehow haven't seen The Shawshank Redemption, it's about two guys who are in prison, one guilty, one innocent, and they become friends and they plot a way to get out of prison together. So I'm going to read that novella and I'm going to watch the film. I'm also going to read all of the other novellas in this. So this is going to count for my book by one of my favourite authors and to read and watch a book to movie adaptation. So yeah. The next challenge, and this is so interesting, this challenge, and I'm really excited to see what other people are going to pick for this. It's to read a book that is older than you. So for this, I'm going to be reading Blubber by Judy Blume. This was published in 1980, so it is 10 years older than me. I've read a couple of other Judy Blume books. I've read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and I've read another one called Then Again, Maybe I Won't, or something like that. So this will be my third one. She's a really popular, I want to say middle grade, I think she's slightly younger than YA, contemporary author who's very popular everywhere. So I'm excited. I think this is about a little girl who has weight issues, which again will be pretty relatable to me. I could also have picked different seasons for the book that was older than me, because that was published in 1982, I think. But I thought maybe 3 challenges for one book was maybe pushing it a bit, so I've gone for this one as well. It's teeny tiny, so I'm probably going to read this in a couple of hours, I would think, maybe even less than that. So yeah. And the last 2 books are purely here because the overriding challenge is to read 7 books in 7 days. So I have put in a book that I am currently reading, but I'm going to finish it during the BookTube-A-Thon week anyway, and that is Linger by Maggie Stiefvater, second book in the Wolves of Mercy Falls series. As I said, I'm currently reading it, so that is book 6. And the last book in this TBR is another book that came into my life this month. I haven't hauled it yet, although I did mention it in a previous video because I did pre-order it and I was very excited for it. And that is And I Darken by Kirsten White. And the only reason I put this in here is because I want to read it and review it as soon as possible. This is a new YA fantasy that is described as a feminist Game of Thrones, and I need to read this. It's just, since it arrived, I've just wanted a reason to pick it up. So yeah, I'm going to try and read it this week for the BookTube-A-Thon. And that is it for my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. Do you think you might want to participate? I'm really sorry that this TBR wasn't up sooner. It really should have been. But hopefully I did manage to get it up in time for you guys maybe to read, to take part in it yourself, maybe. I don't know. You don't have to read 7 books, as I said. Really recommend watching Ariel's video on everything about it if you guys want to get involved. Obviously all my social media will be in the description down below as normal. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.